Welcome to Three Guys Named Retro and the Game Hunters. It's a new segment that we're going to try to pick up every single week with a new topic. And it's going to be passed around from channel to channel between us four, Retro Remix Nation, Water Music Retro, the Game Hunters, and Retro J. Three of my favorite channels, plus yours truly, Retro Remix Nation? Question mark? So this week, it's on my channel, the inauguration of the segment. Next time, it will be in the Water Music Retro channel. Make sure you to subscribe to all four channels. Links will be in the video and in the description below. Haha, thank you. Let's get it started. Alright, after debating a lot about which game and deal that I wanted to choose, I had to pick my personal favorite deal. Now, when I did this deal, the guy emailed me, he said, "Hey, do you buy Nintendo games?" I said, "Ha, yes I do, good sir, I do. He said, "How much do you pay per game?" I said, well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, this guy doesn't know what he has, because he would ask me how much I pay for a certain game, but instead he asked, how much do I pay for each individual game? So I'm like, $2 to $3 depending on condition, maybe a little more if they're in better condition. He says, oh, okay, well, why don't we meet up at Costco and do a little dealio? So I'm like, all right, sounds good. So we show up at Costco, dig into these boxes: Super Nintendo box, NES box. NES box has, like, you know, Super Mario 3, Zelda, Zelda 2, Castlevania, Dracula's Curse, just really good titles, excellent titles, fun to play titles, and an NES. So boom, that box right there, not bad at all. So, but I'm trying to make a deal on this whole thing. Well, I got my spy glasses on, but I didn't have it working correctly. So I just took a picture of my steering wheel when I was getting out of the car. So yeah, that didn't work out too well. But anyways, so I'm going through the Super Nintendo box. There's a Super Nintendo in there. I'm looking through the games. I see Castlevania 4. I'm like, yeah. I see Super Mario World. I'm like, yeah. I see Yoshi's Island. I'm like, yeah. I see Super Adventure Island 2. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Turtles in Time. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh. I see Soul Blazer. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And then it hit me. The next game that I came across was the Holy Grail. Well, one of the Holy Grails to me in my collecting career. And that is... I wear my stunner glasses at night so I can see Earthbound. Earth freaking bound. I picked up both lots for like $80. And when I broke it down, this came out to $2. $2. 8 quarters. Uno, dos, dinero. 20 dimes. 40 nickels. 200 pennies. That, folks, is my best deal that I've had to date. In the wild. Retail does not count in this video. So let's send it over to Retro J.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Retro J back. Today we are talking about probably one of my best finds in the wild, as far as what I paid for it, considering what it's actually worth. The game that I found was at a Goodwill, and I got the game for $4.99. Check out the photo. Here it is. Any of you who watch my videos have probably already seen this, but it's my copy of Tron Bond. Complete copy, both discs. So as you can see, I paid $4.99 for it. Looked it up, it was worth $230. It's now worth $233, so it's gained $3. But anyways, you know, I spent $5 on this game, and this is probably the American Holy Grail game for this system. I think next on the list nowadays is going to be probably Tales of Destiny 2. Suikoden 2 has kind of lost its spot, but it's still up there. But this game, just because it's related to the Mega Man Legends set, it's kind of sought after right now, with the disappointment of not getting Mega Man Legends 3 for the 3DS. So people are still kind of upset about that, as am I. So people are going back trying to find these old games. You know, there was Tron Bonne, there was Legends 1 and Legends 2, and as you can see, this came out right in between, and it has the demo disc for Legends 2. So that was the last Legends game that we got from Capcom. So, but yeah, I kind of want to share that with you guys, just to kind of show you there is good stuff out there. You just gotta look. You gotta look often, and you gotta catch people slipping. You look at the edge of this, it doesn't look like anything special. This just got through the cracks, got stuck on the shelf, and I just happened to be there to pick it up. That's it for me. Game on, guys.
Hello everybody, this is watermusic Retro, and I'm here to tell you about my best ever find in the wild. Over my years of collecting, I've had quite a few really good finds in the wild. Now, as far as quote-unquote in the wild is concerned, I would basically consider that garage sales, Facebook ads, anything like Kijiji or Craigslist. Flea markets are no longer considered in the wild to me. They're basically just a retail scene, although you used to get really, really great deals there. Those days are long gone for the most part, so I don't even consider that to be the wild anymore. So basically any retail setting, any place that charges retail prices would be not considered for this video. So that being said, I actually had a few different finds that I considered for this. I've had some pretty good finds over the years, but there's one that always sticks out in my mind, and that's actually something that I got for my second pickup video I ever posted on my channel. It's a great N64 score. I scored it off a Facebook page. Now, I no longer follow Facebook buy-sell groups. They've been infiltrated with buyers and sellers and pickers over the years that they've been up, and they no longer work for me, so I don't even waste my time with them anymore. But this was the last really good find I ever got, and it was very early last spring. There was actually a local seller around these parts whose posts I would follow on our different regional buy-sell groups on Facebook. He would put up those usual greasy type seller posts. You know the type. Looking for your old video games. I will arrive at your door, cash in hand. So I would always click the link on the top corner of those posts and say follow post. So I would always get notified if anyone responded to them, because, you know, I wanted to know if there were people out there selling, and I didn't feel comfortable putting up those type of posts myself, but I was sure as hell gonna follow someone else who did. It was usually nothing but crap, but lo and behold, one day someone actually responds. And I thought it was a troll. I thought it was just someone trolling him, trying to screw around with him. The guy writes on his post, I've got a purple N64 with Conker, Smash Bros, and Turok 3. So I didn't take any chances, troll or not. I wanted to know if this was legit, so I immediately replied to this guy, and I told him straight up, look, this guy is a seller. He's gonna offer you bottom dollar and then sell for top dollar. I'm a collector. What do you want for this stuff? And he came back and told me, I just want to get $100. This guy offered me 80. Can you give me 100? And I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. I'm gonna give you $100.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything.
And I'll tell you what, I'll give you $10 extra to hold the stuff overnight, and I'll come get it tomorrow. And of course, I asked, just to cover my own butt, can you please send me a picture of the stuff before I drive out, just so I can see it? So he sends me a picture back, and everything is complete in box. He didn't even say that in the description. Anyways, enough of the story. Here's what I got. A beautiful, great purple N64 complete in box. This thing is mint. There isn't a ding anywhere to be found on this thing. I couldn't believe it when I went to pick it up. The picture didn't even do it justice. This thing is in absolutely gorgeous condition. Inside, everything's still wrapped up in their original baggies. The instructions are there, the styrofoam is in there, everything is in here, and in immaculate condition. And then, of course, the games. I got a copy of Smash Bros. Complete in box, and a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day complete in box. There was a copy of Turok 3 complete in box as well. I was not interested in keeping that one, so I traded it off fairly quickly. These are the two I really wanted, obviously. And again, very, very nice condition. There's the odd little mar on each of these boxes, but at that point I did not care. $100 plus $10 to hold them. that was way better of a deal than I could have got anywhere else. So I ended up making 20 bucks back off selling the Turok 3, so I actually ended up spending $90 on this package here, which is fucking incredible. Like, you just don't find deals like that out there anymore, and considering that was under a year ago, I still can't believe that I was able to do it in this modern day of retro gaming. You know, those types of deals are just really hard to come by, so I would consider that my best ever find in the wild. This is Water Music Retro signing off. And remember, stay retro, my friends.
Our best find in the wild, by far, is from episode 6 of On the Hunt. We were out game hunting, and you probably remember this. This is...
Oh yeah, this
Yep.
was one of the best finds that we could ever do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we went to a garage sale, and there was nothing out and about. It was just clothes and just kind of random, tchotchkes and dishes, and nothing interesting at all. And it was two sweet old ladies that had this garage sale. And I almost didn't even bother asking, but I went ahead and asked, like I typically do you have any video games? And she's like, yeah, I have some video games. I didn't even bother bringing them out because I didn't think anybody would be interested. And that definitely piqued our interest, huh?
Oh yeah.
And she went digging through her house, and she was in her house for a good 20 minutes, and we're just sitting there looking at her clothes and like wondering what's going on. And eventually she comes out with a binder full of games. Now, this is not the same binder. We switched out binders because the one that she gave us was kind of beat up. But the games that were in that binder are all in here now. So in this binder, and all in like incredible condition, like not a scratch on these, are like all the Crash Bandicoot games, the Rayman games, the Sly Cooper games, the Ty games, the Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter games, the Harry Potter games, Destroy All Humans, and a whole bunch of just quality PS1 and PS2 games, all in really good condition, really solid titles, a bunch of demo discs, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff in here that we already had in the collection, like some Final Fantasies and some Twisted Metals that we ended up trading off because we already had them. Along with that, she had these VHS cassette tape holders, and in those cassette tape holders were a bunch of Super Nintendo games and really good stuff, and the manuals were in there as well, if you want to show them the manuals there. And games like Tetris and Dr. Mario and Tetris Attack and Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 and Miss Pac-Man and all kinds of great stuff. And she said, how much do you think this is worth to you? And I told her $20. And she was thrilled with $20. So I knew I offered too much. But still, that's such a good deal for $20 for all of that. I mean, frankly, one of the Final Fantasy games in there that was loose was, I think we ended up trading that in, almost got our whole $20 worth just for that one game. So really incredible score. And we were getting our stash together, and we were about to leave, and she says, I think I might have some more games. And we left her number with her, and we weren't expecting a call back. But later that day, she called us back and said, I found some more games. You want to come take a look? And we were about one town over at this point, and probably half an hour away, I'd say.
Yeah.
But we ended up going over there anyways to see what she had, and I'm glad we did.
Oh yeah,
because
me too.
She took us to her little covered porch area, and she had two big boxes full of games and consoles. And I remember, I think I explained it in our episode of On the Hunt, it was like a pile of shimmering gold kind of thing, because in there was a mint condition Super Nintendo console with all the hookups, a PlayStation 2, a whole bunch of box Super Nintendo games. And this is not all of them. We ended up trading off some that we already had, and trading off with trade packages and stuff. But things like, Arkanoid, Tetris 2, Paperboy 2, a bunch of other really good stuff, and stuff that's like really nice, which is like the Super Game Boy complete in box, and more loose Super Nintendo games, a whole bunch of PlayStation 2 games. I don't even remember all of them that we got, but a few. Siphon Filter still sealed, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis in like brand new condition. Just an incredible array of games. And I think we ended up paying $40 for everything that day. And we have a picture of it, actually, of when we got home and we sorted through all of it. So we'll put that in right now that you can take a look at.
And when we got this whole collection we were just like totally thrilled.
Yeah, we were really excited. So that is our best ever find in the wild.
Alright guys, so that does it for the first episode of Three Guys Named Retro and the Game Hunters. These were some amazing deals with Retro J, the Game Hunters, Water Music Retro, and I like to put myself in that scenario because I think Earthbound's pretty freaking awesome. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to all three of those channels. The Game Hunters, Retro J, Water Music Retro, links in the description. This show is a revolving door. It will be on all four channels at any given time. The first time I will tell you it will be on the Water Music Retro coming up in the first week of March. Okay? Haha! Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Subscribe to everybody. Everybody. Please. Haha!